It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we've got ourselves a rematch of last year's AFC title game. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Time to get our first look at one of the star faces of the NFL, Patrick Mahomes and his Kansas City offense. Really the gold standard among NFL offenses since he became the starter in 2018.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
Here's the rookie out of Rutgers, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. These two teams, the Bengals and Chiefs, they met twice a year ago, and it was the young Bengals prevailing both times. The first, Week 17 in Cincinnati. The Bengals coming through in overtime 34-31. And then, of course, the AFC title game, the big one. The Chiefs up 21-3 at one point. The Bengals charge back. They win at 27-24 and punch their ticket to Super Bowl 56. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Back deep, Trent Taylor. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Well, the Bengals getting set for their first possession of the ball game and leading them out in his 3rd season. Really the face of Cincinnati football, Joe Burrow.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it, and sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one taken in by T. Higgins. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal 1st down. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a 2nd consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
This goes out wide from Mixon. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Throwing again, it's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 36, Burrow, open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Now it's Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And that play stopped behind the line by a corner. Trent McDuffie getting in there.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
3rd and goal, Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their 1st drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught at the 10. A big play there for KC. 69 yards. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Here's Mahomes to throw. Pass on the out route, caught by Smith-Schuster. Touchdown! Juju Smith-Schuster on the touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. There's that high motor that made George Karlaftis a day-1 draft pick. Just continuous effort to get there for the sack. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down.
Simple drag route here. Lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
So on is the lefty, Kevin Huber, to kick it away for the Bengals here on 4th down. Back deep is Kadarius Toney. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. He finds McKinnon complete. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. To Mixon on the check down. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Four yards remain for 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Pass incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Now Burrow. Wide open receiver complete. And the Bengals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a first and goal.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are able to move back in front.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
A little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here. Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That's complete to Tony. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it. But drop it there. Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass. As good as a sack? Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one. Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan. It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that'll be caught by Tony. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's got Hurst, his tight end. And he's going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys with great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Steps away to his... And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow to the right side and complete to Hurst. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Mahomes, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mahomes going to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now it's Mahomes again. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Mahomes now on 1st down. A dump down to McKinnon. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at about the 8. Now here's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. 8 yards on the touchdown pass as they have taken the lead. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's in battle.
Butker on for the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man is Chase, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier to shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. A handoff running left, Mixon. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the 1st half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
first and 10. Joe Burrow. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Mixing up the middle. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Mixon. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's complete to Tony. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, they will run McKinnon. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run once more with McKinnon. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes, and that's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Mahomes now to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
On first down now, a run with McKinnon. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd and 5 now. Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Marquez Valdez-Scantling bringing in that one from Patrick Mahomes. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. it's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Butker now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 6 yards left on 2nd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Burrow. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Another drive coming for KC, and we'll see Marquez Valdez-Scantling once again. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Now Mahomes. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson, and the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Ready to go on offense, out come the Bengals. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover. as he'll try to get some points here before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
First down, here's Burrow. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Burrow looking to pass. He gets this one to Boyd. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And Burrow going to throw again. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Burrow spotting T. Higgins for the touchdown there. And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you got to think. Go for 2, tie it up, go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up there down there and making that decision.
You don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. A little surprising they won't go for 2, but this is open good. And this is now a 1-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he gets this all the way down to the 20. What a return. Almost broke it for 6.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing now is Mahomes. This is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 8. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that is taken in by Hurst. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now Burrow on 1st down. Here's Higgins out on the right side. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for Kansas City. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they, too, were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
Good shot. Good shot. Let's do this.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. On second down, here's Mixon, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing again on second down.
Burrow, quick slant caught by Chase. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Now Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
From midfield now, Burrow. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have come back to make it a 2-point game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Now Burrow loses the football.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
A third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to, I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
after the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds McKinnon complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. That's a staple of this offense. Drag round to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second down, McKinnon. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Let's go. Let's go.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Second and 4.
Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Noah Gray
from 6 yards away as his guys are able to extend their lead.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Butker on for the PAT. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Cincinnati set to take over once again. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon. And he's got some space here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow over the middle. He finds Higgins. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all, because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. They try to set up the screen. Oh, nearly disaster. But it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted. It's second down.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a first down, and he's also over 190 receiving yards now. What a game. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On the delay, it's Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. And Charles, the 2nd time today that he has hit pay dirt.
And once you score the first one, there's that natural tendency, and there's also that eagerness to get back there again. Oh, he smells it. This guy smelled the end zone, and twice he's gotten there.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll set up to throw. Connection made on the out route to Valdez-Scantling. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Mahomes going to try and run. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They go draw play to McKinnon. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
From the 38, Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. A draw play for Mixon. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
3rd quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. And with that pass, CD, he's now over 400 yards in the game. And even in a pass-first league, that is still a tough benchmark to hit.
And all week leading up to this one, all we read, heard about was the confidence he had that he could put up big numbers. Kudos to him for coming out here with that belief in himself and for making it happen.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. First down. Here's Burrow. He's got, oh no, he lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Jet sweep, Boyd with it. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there, all 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Burrow will throw. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Bengals have taken a 4th quarter lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
McPherson now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. A long drive that time. 11 plays all total. And it's finished off by the touchdown from Tyler Boyd. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. But the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned down. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a give. This is McKinnon. Oh, able to avoid him. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 67 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
First down, Mahomes. Screen play, McKinnon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes over the middle. That's hauled in by Tony. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Mahomes. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 43. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. For so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, it's Mahomes. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, So good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Handoff, it's McKinnon. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Looking to throw is Mahomes to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's McKinnon, and he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5.
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Chiefs answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2. Mahomes will throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He completes it to Boyd. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Quick slant caught by Chase. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Now a tip of the cap to the man under center, Charles. He just went over 400 yards passing in this ball game. He's got the touchdown passes to boot, taking pretty good care of the ball. Just all around a really solid performance.
Yeah, just check, and check, right? Because he certainly showed he was worthy of the trust that his team put in him. A handful of touchdowns to his credit thus far. Now he's just crossing off yardage milestones, and win or lose, his name has to be in serious discussion for player of the game.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Burrow looking to pass. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40. 14 yards through the air, caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40. Throwing again, it's Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Let's go now, let's go.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now it's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. For that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Burrow on 3rd down. Flush to his right. Oh, no, he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Mixon will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Mixon again. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon punching it in from a yard away. And the Bengals put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down by 4. Just over 2 minutes to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. He's got Smith-Schuster. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mahomes will throw. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. Here's Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Mahomes to throw it. Another catch for Valdez-Scantling. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Mahomes to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Looking underneath, and he finds McKinnon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Mahomes. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Mahomes. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, but they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
A final shot now for Burrow. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.